Hey, good afternoon, Soul Family. Welcome to today's Lunar Eclipse Tarot reading. It's great to be with you guys. I really look forward to sharing today's tarot reading. I feel like we're going to have a fantastic reading. And I just, honestly, it feels great to be back here in my studio. I plan on doing some zodiac readings today, and I'm going to shoot for doing those down in the clubhouse just to stay consistent, kind of change things up. However, if it's not available, I'll end up doing those readings here. So for those of you that are waiting for zodiac readings, I think next on the list is Taurus, then Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, and Scorpio. So I'll probably be pretty busy today. But I hope you guys look forward to these tarot readings, these daily readings like I do. I get a kick out of it because it just gives me a chance to feel connected to each and every one of you. And I just love this beautiful soul family that we brought together here on the channel. You guys are fantastic. And I'm at a place where I'm just feeling a lot of gratitude, so I want to express that gratitude. I hope you all had a beautiful weekend. I hope that those of you that are living in the States had a beautiful Thanksgiving last week. We had a fantastic Thanksgiving here. I took yesterday off work from tarot, and we ended up driving back up to Idaho to take up my girlfriend's boys to drop them off. And anyways, I ended up putting in my earbuds and going back to Joe Dispenza's book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. And I was able to pick up, I left off on chapter 7. I was able to almost complete that book. So yeah, just a fantastic book. But what's happening today? The big event in the world is a lunar eclipse today, right? So I thought, let's do a tarot reading and let's see how this lunar eclipse impacts us. I thought with it being a lunar eclipse, it would only be appropriate to use my Black Moon astrology set. In fact, let me grab the guidebook so I have it. So we're going to pull an energy from the Black Moon astrology set, and I'm going to read that energy out loud because that's going to serve as a very strong energy taking us into today's tarot reading. Then I'm going to use my Psychic Tarot of the Heart deck by John Holland, pull some clarifying energies with that, and then I want to use my Crystal Vision to pull some additional clarifying energies. So when it's all said and done, I feel like we're going to have a pretty thorough and comprehensive reading energetically with some very important and meaningful messages today. So thank you so much for being here. It was interesting last night, when we got back into town, we came up here to the apartment, and I don't know if I think it was just lunar eclipse energy or something, but I was feeling this amazing energy, right, running through my body. And I feel energy a lot. I feel connected a lot, but last night it was different. It was a very strong energy, right? And I felt so intuitive. So I was jumping into my notes, I was having a lot of intuitive thoughts come to me, right? And anytime that happens, I usually go to my notes and I like to write those down, right? So learn from me, right? When those intuitive ideas, right, those creative ideas, when they strike you, right, don't let them pass. If you're not at a place, right, to take action right then and there, be sure to write them down, right? Write them down so you can circle back around, step into them, right? Whenever you're ready for that. But anyways, let's get started. Today is November the 30th. The time on my end is 11:19 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. As you guys can see, my hair is shorter. I went down, I got a haircut this morning. Always a good thing for me, right? Anytime I get my haircut at the very first, it's always too short, right? So it's kind of short right now. Okay, so let's take a moment, tap the crystal healing bowl, and give it a chance to sing to us. So, perfect time to connect with your guides, right? Ask Spirit to bring you any messages, right, that are important or meaningful for you to hear right now. Inhale deeply through your nose, exhale through your mouth. Okay, still going on this end. Still going. Okay, that was a lunar eclipse crystal singing bowl song for sure. All right, let's get started with today's tarot reading. I'm going to begin the reading by pulling an affirmation card so we can see which affirmation our guides feel would be best suited for us to hear, taking us into today's reading. I love these affirmation energies. I love how they're worded, right? They're almost poetic, right? They're almost, when you read them out loud, sometimes it can almost feel a little bit trance-like, almost hypnotic. All right, guides, angels, and teachers, show us which affirmation serve us well, taking us into today's tarot reading. Interesting. Boy, this affirmation is coming out a lot, right, in the tarot readings. Here we have courage, the number 17, which reduces back to an 8. As above, so below. By shining brave and true and bright, my courage now returns this night. By shining brave and true and bright, my courage now returns this night. By shining brave and true and bright, my courage now returns this night. It's interesting because as I'm reading it, that affirmation out loud, it's taking me back right to the energies that I was feeling last night, and even energies that I woke up to continuing to feel today, which I feel like, I don't fully understand them, but at the end of the day, I feel like these energies do bring me courage, right? So a lot of us might be taking on this energy, right? Just feeling some inner courage within us with this lunar eclipse. Let's pull a Black Moon astrology energy. I really enjoy the studio here. I enjoy the energies that are here. I really enjoy the lighting. I enjoy being able to have some background music on the readings. But it is fun to change things up. Okay, wow, interesting. So the energy from Black Moon astrology that's taking us into today's tarot reading comes to us as Neptune, sacrifice, the number 10. Now, we had this energy before. I think it was a couple weeks ago. I believe it's a pretty interesting energy, but let's read about it real quick. Okay, so this energy is equivalent in tarot to the 7 of Cups. Okay, there's a quote to begin with. The whole idea of compassion is based on a keen awareness of the interdependence of all these living beings, which are all part of one another and all involved in one another. So true. We're all connected energetically. You are being directed into an area which may feel like it's unknowable. Surrendering to the mystery may work best now. Although nebulous, hazy, and indirect, the energy of Neptune is one of the easiest to see. Where Neptune is placed in a chart is where we are most inspired, but also an area where we deceive ourselves. It is the place of mishaps, bringing on undercurrents of strangeness for so many. Neptune is the source of many troubles, since this card indicates escapism as well as beauty. Dreams, film, art, disappointment, and reverie all fall under the rulership of Neptune. Refusing to look at what's real, or simply being unable to, as well as seeing enemies as friends and vice versa, are all traits brought on by this watery planet. This is a time where some may try to manipulate with their crisis and rescue cycles, exhausting friends and family with their many problems. There may be a lack of boundaries and confusion, where some may orchestrate their victimhood. Be very certain that the victim is not you. Neptune is a place of beauty and that which is ethereal and not so easily reached. Neptune is inspired visions coupled with nebulous thinking. Neptune represents glamour. The word glamour coming from the French word grimoire and connected to the word grammar, meaning to create magic or to cast a spell. This card indicates poetry, music, art, and psychic mediumship, but also nebulous thinking. When it shows in a reading, any words spoken or promises given are either poetry from the gods and higher realms, or words which may be lies. More positively, these may be messages from spirits or the tapping in your own higher awareness. With the Neptune card, it will be difficult to get to the bottom of the issue. You may see smoke in the mirrors, find yourself engulfed in nefarious mist, with blame cast on the wrong person or reason. With this card, you want to be absolutely clear and out in front with everything. Neptune is the planet of sacrifice, so you may be asked to sacrifice something, usually related to ego, for some greater good. Neptune represents our link to all, and governs the last sign of the zodiac, Pisces, so it rules the energy of Pisces. Pisces is connected to everything past, present, and future. Neptune shows up where we are vulnerable and also where we want to escape to. There are opposites in all higher things. Lovers can become porn stars, reverie becomes drunkenness, and dreams turn into nightmares. Unfortunately, Neptune represents self-destructiveness and self-sabotage. You may be caught in a situation which is unclear. The reasons behind it may not make sense or are being withheld from you. Another manifestation of this card is that you may find difficulties getting on the right path or in clarifying a direction. On the other hand, you may be extremely tuned in at the present time, sensing emotions, having visions, and if this is a case, what is below the surface is now being brought out. I kind of feel that personally in my own life. Be careful of trickery and playing emotional games. If a beautiful person enters your life, test the relationship. He or she may be too good to be true or to be the love of your life. The planet also represents sleight of hand tricks, yet also a supernal type of creativity. You cannot be a poet or a mystic without the rays of Neptune influencing you. It's like falling off the edge of our universe into places we trust but have no concrete idea about. So be aware of deception and confusion, but at least there will be poetry and reverie. Okay, so interesting. This is a beautiful energy taking us into today's tarot reading, representing the energy of Neptune, which rules Pisces, right? So you may be a Pisces or connected to a Pisces, but here we're talking about the spiritual self, right? 12th house energy of going deep. And it looks like there's two ways that this could go. This could turn out to be a beautiful thing for some, and for others there may be some misunderstandings or some trickery taking place. So let's pull some more energies and get some clarification on this. Okay, guides, angels, teachers, tell us more about this Neptune sacrifice energy, please. Help us better understand it. Okay, all right, I'm not surprised to see this energy come out. So the energy that's taking us into today's tarot reading comes to us as rest and reconsider. So what are we talking about, right, with this Neptune energy, right? 12th house energy, Pisces energy. So this is about a spiritual journey, and being on the spiritual journey, and you may be on your spiritual journey right now, and I know a lot of us are. I can relate to this, and you may go back and forth, questioning, is this truly my journey, right, or am I just creating it? Am I stuck in my head? Spiritual journeys can be fantastic, but they can be very difficult, right? Very confusing, very taxing at times. And I feel like that's what's being pointed out here with this Neptune energy. So what is this energy? What is this about, right? This is about us going inward. Maybe with this lunar eclipse, this is a beautiful time today, right, for many of us to go inward, right, to seek some solitude. We're getting ready. Tomorrow we step into the month of December, so we're getting ready to start a brand new year. So this is a beautiful time, to reinvent yourself. That's kind of what I've been doing on my end, of breaking the habit of being yourself. That's definitely about reinventing yourself. You're changing your personality, right? And what is that exactly? That's your personal reality. Your personality is composed of how you think, act, and feel. All right, so a lot of you, right, may be looking at going through some transformational changes, but wanting to gain a better understanding, a better spiritual understanding of what's taking place in your life. Okay, let's pull actually, let me pull another energy from Psychic Tarot of the Heart deck. Okay, that was a one-card cut. It came right off. So here we have the crown chakra, right? So feeling connected to the universe, right? Feeling these energies. For some of you, feeling that you're on your spiritual path, and that's exactly why the crown chakra is coming up, right? So we're talking about, for some, there may be some misunderstanding and some confusion of what's taking place. The crown chakra coming up, right? Letting us know, for some of you, right, there could be a blockage with this specific chakra. It's located at the top of our head. It's the chakra that connects us to receiving, right, from the universe. So the exercise that we use, right, to open up this chakra, it's all visualization, right? So visualize a lotus flower on top of your head, right? And imagine this lotus flower opening up and blossoming. And when it does, you see whitish and purple light from the universe coming in, right? Connecting you to the universe. Just go through this visualization exercise. This is also about taking the time to listen to. Our intuition can come in, all throughout the day, but if we're busy, caught up in things, it may slip right past us, and what does that cause overall? That can cause a lot of confusion, a lot of misunderstanding. This is about getting grounded, with this energy. Okay. All right, let's get some clarification with my Crystal Vision Tarot set. Let's ask about this rest and reconsider energy. Okay, tell us about rest and reconsider. Tell us more about rest and reconsider, please. Okay, tell us about rest and reconsider. Okay, so we have 5 energies that have come out here. Let me hold these energies up. So the first 2 energies that came to us, interesting. Both of these energies come to us as pages, right? So here we have the Page of Swords, air energy, Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. It's coming out right next to the Page of Wands, representing fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. These would be younger energies, right? If they're representing energies of somebody in your life. But the Page of Swords, right? I feel like this is representing, the idea, the thought of, communication coming into you, right? And I feel like what the Page of Swords communication brings you, right, is it brings you a truth. Now, the energy that's attached to this, is the Page of Wands. So here we're talking about the Neptune energy, right? So this communication that comes in, I feel like this is kind of an all-inclusive tarot reading. For some of you, this communication, right, it's Page of Swords. So it may be disappointing, right? So it may enlighten you, right, to where you've received this misunderstanding. This form of communication with the Page of Wands, right, this is beautiful communication. This is feeling that you're on the right path. So I feel like you're going to get to your truth, right, to the bottom of the situation by going inward, right, taking time out from the world. Right. And I say that with confidence because we have the Hermit card also coming in, clarifying this rest and reconsider. So here we see Virgo energy. You may be a Virgo or connected to a Virgo. What does the Hermit do? Right. The Hermit seeks solitude. Right. Notice both. I'm gonna hold both these energies up. Right. There's nobody else around these individuals. Right. They're not surrounding themselves around people. This is about seeking solitude. Finding that place in your life, and maybe you have a place, maybe you don't have a place. If you don't have a place, I encourage you to find, right, to manifest a place for yourself. This may be your spiritual place, where you go, and it may be at a park, it may be out in nature, it may be out in your yard, right? It may be in a special room in your house, but taking the time out, right, to go inward in order to better understand, right? Allow this lantern, right, to show you the things that are confusing, right? Not making a whole lot of sense in your life. This is where your truth comes in, right? Going inward and connecting with your crown chakra, your intuition. Beautiful energies. Okay, so the next 2 energies that come to us. I love these energies. So here we see the Fool's energy, right? So letting go of the fears, letting go of our ego. And that points that out here, right? That's one of the sacrifices that many of us will need to make is sacrificing the ego. And I feel like that's what's being represented here. Letting go of the fears, the worries, and the concerns, right? Stepping into, this journey with hope, right? With brightness, with excitement, with optimism, like the Fool does, right? The beginning of the journey. Not really worried about standing on that cliff and falling off. If anything, she's focused on the beauty in life, right? She's staring at butterflies. So the energy that's attached to this comes to us as the Seven of Pentacles, right? So this could represent your energy right here. These pentacles, they represent the energies of you doing the work, right? The work that you've done up until now. And here you are sitting, right? Waiting to manifest again. Maybe questioning, wondering, am I on the right path, right? Am I following my journey? And I call it a spiritual journey. It's either a journey or a spiritual journey. Okay, so let's get some clarification on this crown chakra energy. Tell us more about the crown chakra, please. Tell us more about the crown chakra. Okay. All right, so we have 4 energies that are coming out. Let me hold 2 of them up together. So we're talking about your crown chakra, and we're talking about an energetic blockage, right, being here for many of you. Your ability to be able to open up this crown chakra. How do you do that, right? You do that by asking your guides and by seeking some stillness, some peace, some quiet in your life. Going inward, right, with the hermit energy, allowing the lantern that the hermit holds, right, to illuminate this type of understanding for you, to be able to bring you this truth, this communication. So the energies that are clarifying the crown chakra, right, come to us as the 7 of Wands and the 9 of Swords. So this is why there's a blockage with the crown chakra. The 7 of Wands, he's fending himself from these 6 other wands. In some of you, this is a defensive energy, right? So some of you may feel like you're having to defend yourself, right? Your energies, your position, right, from other people. But really what I'm feeling with this energy is I feel like this is an energy within you, right? This is you second guessing yourself, questioning yourself. And I get it, I get it. There is confusion. That's why Neptune and sacrifice is coming up. So what are we sacrificing? We're sacrificing our ego in order to open up our crown chakra. So letting go of the fears, right? The worries, the concerns. Stop second guessing yourself. Trust yourself. Go inward. The energy attached to this is the 9 of Swords, also connected to the ego. Both of these energies are ego energies, If we're questioning our confidence, our ability, where does that come from? The ego, our fears, our worries. Am I good enough? But 9 of Swords here, representing the energy of fear, also connected to the ego, right? And I feel like this has been on the mind of some of you. This really matters because it's the 9 of Swords. So this is an elevated version of fear where you're maybe not sleeping as well at night, not resting as well. Okay, so we have 2 more energies coming to us. Here we have the High Priestess energy, right? Representing your intuition connected to your crown chakra, your connection, right, to the universe, all these beautiful downloads and this information. She's a manifester. She's standing above a crescent moon, right? So what is this energy manifesting with these butterflies above her? She's manifesting this Ace of Wands beginning, right? So wanting to step into this beginning. And for many of you, this is a very spiritual beginning, right? I referred to this journey from the beginning as being a spiritual journey. So for your own sake, you call it a journey, your life's journey or a spiritual journey. But yeah, I'm picking up on a spiritual journey here. Let me pull another clarifier. Tell us more about this crown chakra, please. Okay, we have 2 energies and they flew right out for us. So here we're talking about this Ace of Wands beginning, right? Creativity, passion, excitement. This is a fiery beginning, right? And it's a fast-moving beginning. So connected to this beginning, we have the Three of Wands, right? And we're building off an Ace of Wands beginning, right? So she's looking at the journey that lies ahead, and she wants to see what this journey looks like. So she holds up her crystal ball. Here we see two rays of light, right, piercing out of the crystal ball. So for some of you, you may be stepping into this journey with somebody else. I say that because we have two birds right here flying above his head. Six of Wands represents a beautiful energy, right, of victory and of triumph, right? So this is the energy. This is the potential that waits for you, right? Being able to create a brand new beginning, a very spiritual beginning. Letting go of your ego, right? Detach yourself from that. Let go of the fears, the worries, the concerns. Embrace this energy of the Fool. So see the contrast here between these energies. They are night and day from one another. Let go of the fear. Step into it with a sense of adventure, excitement. You don't know what the journey looks like, right? It doesn't necessarily tell you. You just have two rays of light that are piercing off of this crystal ball. But here we have this beautiful beginning. So, yeah, and what is it going to take at the end of the day, right? I know this because I'm looking at these energies. It will take courage. By shining brave and true and bright, my courage now returns this night. Okay, soul family, wow. I loved today's tarot reading. I hope you guys loved it too. I thought the messages were fantastic, right? Just some beautiful energies, all connected to this lunar eclipse, right? Lunar eclipse, for a lot of us, feeling some confusion, right? Am I on the right path, the right course, or am I not? So what is this about? This is about showing you how you can find out whether or not you're on the right path, right? By going inward, embracing this hermit energy, allowing your truth to come in, opening up your crown chakra, letting go, right? What are you sacrificing? Sacrificing ego, letting go of the fears, the worries, letting go of those defensive energies where you just question yourself all the time. This is about trusting, right? Take that leap of faith. Okay, guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for all the beautiful love and support that you guys provide me. I couldn't be here. I wouldn't have this channel if it weren't for all of you. Your beautiful donations make such a difference for me, right? And especially right now as we're moving into holiday time. So yeah, it really makes a difference. And so I want to thank all of you for that. And a lot of you have requested personal tarot readings. And I love the personal tarot readings. So if you're interested in getting one of those, just send me an email at tarotloveandabundance@gmail.com. It would be great to connect with you. We can even do a live reading where I can look at you, you can look at me. I get a chance to get to know you better, right? So I create stronger connections, and I love that. You know, my Aquarius energy in the 10th house or 11th house, I'm all about, right, creating friendships and connecting with others, right? I love to be able to show up and try to make a difference and help you out in your life. That's what all these readings are for, right? The readings that I upload to YouTube. So, glad you guys are enjoying them, and I'm very grateful for all of you. Okay, guys, lunar eclipse. Go out, have a great day today. Thanks again for letting me share.